Alright guys, welcome back to the Football Manager Hearts Career Mode. We are on the 31st of January 2022 and we're going to be taking part in transfer deadline day. We've got a deal or two that we want to try and get over the line. I don't know if any other players will be leaving the club, but we will find out guys, we will find out. Now, depending on how busy we are, I might play the Celtic game this episode. I might not, but I mean, if we're making a bunch of signings, I'm not going to have 30-minute transfer deadline day and then do the Celtic game. If it's a big transfer deadline day, if it's a busy transfer deadline day, if we bring in some players that you're like, holy shit, those players are great, then it'll probably just be the transfer deadline day in this video. If it's a quiet day, if we're sitting there twiddling our thumbs, if nothing happens, if we keep checking the bank balance and nothing moves, then we will play the Celtic game. That's how it is going to work. And now we just need to wait and see what happens here. So speculations persist that Harry Cochrane could be leaving. We're going to go ahead and decline that. He's not leaving. Maybe leaving on, possibly a small chance of leaving on loan, but he's not leaving permanently. No danger. Over my dead body. It's no happening. But we play Celtic in 2 days' time, and that's a big game if we want to try and catch the teams above us. I think that's one of our games in hand, so I honestly don't know why we've got so many games in hand. It's not like we were in Europe or anything like that, you know what I mean? So it is weird that we've got so many games in hand over some of the teams above us. Available players for reserve match, Scottish Premiership, we need to do that. Hearts weekly roundup. Chris Hamilton's out on loan at East Fife. Bobby McWilliams, the Celtic fullback, a guy that we actually tried to sign. I think his contract runs out at the end of the season, and we're going to get him at the end of the season, so he's not good at the moment, but apparently he's got potential, and we do need a right back since Jamie Brandon's leaving. So here he is, Bobby McWilliams, what a name. And he's going to be a Hearts player because Celtic didn't want him, so you know what? It is what it is. Don't get me wrong, this guy's not going to be ready for the foreseeable future, but perhaps in the future he will be a great player, and that is why we've signed him. Plus, it was cheap. His wage doesn't cost much, and we get him on a free, so you know what? Why not? There's nothing really. It's like a no-risk situation. If he's shit, he's shit. We haven't really lost anything. Leon Pietsch, this guy, I wanted to get him, but it's just not possible. He's already moved on anyway, so we can't get him. Dundee to sign Harris Spratt. Did not know about that, but they've signed the Hearts goalkeeper from under our nose. Right, okay. That's not really great. Kieran Dixon actually has agreed to join us, and I think that's going to be a great signing, so we're obviously going to go ahead and accept that, and Kieran Dixon is now a member of the Hearts team. Harry Cochrane has rejected a loan move from Blackpool. Oh yes, and this is the big signing that we're after, guys. Liam Lindsay, the former Kilmarnock man. I want to say Partick Thistle. The former Partick Thistle man. Yes, there you go. I know my Scottish football. See, I know what I'm talking about. Anyway, he obviously left Partick Thistle, go to Barnsley, then Stoke bought him for $2 million, and he's just not. His career's went. I don't know what happened, whether he got injuries or something, but his career's went downhill since then. He's practically not really, feud anything at the moment. He's just dead, pretty much. His career's going nowhere, and now it's going up the M14 or whatever. I don't know, but he's coming to Scotland, guys. He's going from England and he's coming all the way up north to Scotland, and we can get. Is it at the end of the season, or is it right now? Oh, it's the end of the season. It's okay. I mean, it's all right. But what a signing! I think Liam Lindsay. We wanted Declan Gallagher. We never got him, but we've got Liam Lindsay instead, and you can't really complain. But I will say, how the hell's this value 53k? Come on. This is a guy that was massively hyped here, but we're going to get him regardless. Let's just see what the scout is. Where would he be in terms of our... Oh, we don't know. So we actually... Right, we don't even know. So we'll scout him. Yeah, we'll scout him even though we're buying him. So there you go. We're scouting him, but we're going to go ahead and agree because to me it's too good to turn down. It's a free deal. You know what I mean? It's free. Got to take all these free offers while you get them. So there's another player then that will be coming to Hearts. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of the signings, but I'm delighted with him. Bobby McWilliams, who we don't really know nothing about, but looks like he's got potential. Kieran Dixon, who looks to be really good, especially in a few years' time. I think he's got 4.5-star potential, so should be a great player. And Liam Lindsay, who I think will do a good job for us. I expect him to be... I don't know if he'll start over Halkett, but I think he'll definitely push Halkett. He might be starting over Halkett, we don't know. But none of those guys actually join until next year, so that's all irrelevant. Maybe Halkett won't even be at the club by the time we come to next year. Do you plan to loan Harry Cochrane out, or will he remain at the club? I mean, it depends. It depends on who wants him, and how good the offer is. It would be served better by remaining at the club for now. I will go with that. It depends. I mean, if a good team came in for him and we're going to play him and shit, then I guess we would loan him out. I mean, it'd be good, but if they're not going to do that, then what is the point? But yeah, you can see, look at the players that are leaving. There's a lot of them. Harris Spratt's leaving, Jamie Brandon's leaving. McWilliams is coming in. Darge is leaving, Lindsay's coming in, Leo Watson is leaving. Andy Halliday's leaving, Lewis Moore's leaving, Scott McGill's leaving, Kieran Dixon's coming in, and Aidan Denholm is leaving. So a lot of players are leaving here, and most of them just didn't want to stay. So I'm not too sure why. Maybe they don't like me, or maybe they don't think they're good enough for the club, or maybe just maybe they think they're too good for the club. Maybe it was a defeat to Borough Rangers. Maybe maybe they've depressed and they can't play for a team that lost 2-1 to some Highland mugs. So that could be the reason, I guess. Well, I guess we'll never know the reason. They're leaving, so it doesn't matter. They're no longer Hearts players. The reason's pretty much irrelevant at this stage. Loan move unlikely for Cochrane, which, yep, totally agree with. Reports have linked you with a move for Crewe central midfielder Tom Lowry. I've never heard of this guy. If we're linked, I mean, he does look no bad. You know what? We're going to go ahead and scout him. We'll scout him. We'll see if he's any good or not. We'll maybe get back to them, but I don't think it's going to be this window. It's definitely not going to be this window. I mean, I don't know nothing about the guy, and you're trying to hit me here with a deal, so that's not going to happen. Although I do really want a right-sided midfielder. Alright, so a bit of a strange transfer coming up here. Obviously, as you know, we signed Gary Mackay-Steven in real life back in January. And I seen that New York transfer list. I'm here, so I thought, you know what? Why not? We were actually looking for a right-sided midfielder. And Gary Mackay-Steven became available. And I thought, you know what? It's too good to be true. So we'll put in a bid for the guy. That's exactly what we did. 180k. And New York have accepted it. All we need to do now is negotiate with Mackay-Steven. Although, apparently, Man City have a deal in place with New York City FC that Man City can get any player they're selling as long as they decide to match the value of that player, which is 675k. But I can't imagine Man City want Gary Mackay-Steven, so we should be alright. I mean, we should be able to get him. He wants us to strengthen midfielders, but we don't need that. I don't want to do that because I want to play him on the right, so we're going to remove that as well. And we'll suggest these promises, and he's happy enough to come and negotiate, so that's good. We'll give him a 2-year deal. His wage, yeah, we're not going to have to cut you down a wee bit, mate, if I'm being honest. We'll bring his wage down a bit. We'll bring his agent fee down a bit as well. Wage at 3.5k. Oh no, he wants 4.7. We'll go 3.8. I think 3.8 is kind of fair. He wants 4.5, right? Okay, we'll go 3.9. And he accepts 3.9, so I don't even know, where would 3.9 put him in the grand scheme of things, into in the whole entire squad? Let's have a look at the contract. That would put him, I believe, pretty high up. 3.9 will make him the 4th highest paid player at the club, so I think he's got a good deal there. He's almost on the same amount as Suter. So he's doing very well. Craig Gordon's on 4.4k. That's madness. Jamie Walker's on 5.5. Jamie Walker valued at 1.3 million. In terms of value, Jordi Halua is worth 5.25 million. I would not be surprised, guys, if we get a big offer for him. I don't think it's coming in this January transfer window, but definitely next year in the summer, I would not be surprised if we get a big offer. Mackay-Steven, impossible switch to Hearts. There's 8 hours and 15 minutes. 8:15 left, guys, in the transfer window. Plenty of time to get the Gary Mackay-Steven deal over the line. And maybe we'll get some other deals over the line as well. Who knows? Although, to be fair, I'm happy with that. The good news, we're actually paying... Oh, no, wait, we're not. What is this? Why are we... What? 375k? Why is it 375k? We're only paying 180. Why is it 375? We'll adjust it, but I'm not too sure why we're paying 375. Can someone explain why is it 375k? I don't get that. I honestly don't. I'm confused here. I am confused. We'll just get him. I mean, we'll get him for the cool action scene. He does play for us as well, so we'll adjust the budget, and that should be enough to get the deal over the line. But I don't know why we're having to pay more. I know there's the added bonus installments of, like, you know, if we plays like 50 games, I think we have to give him 10. They have to give 10 grand to New York, but I don't know why we have to pay more up front. And Hearts do sign Gary Mackay-Stevens. There you go, boom. A regular start in his prime years. The fans happy, fan reaction, pleased to sign a player of his calibre. Interested to see if he can handle being a big fish in a small pond. Really? You think he's going to be a big fish in a small pond? We're going to ask Craig Gordon to welcome Gary Mackay-Stevens. Played with him before, so especially at their time at Celtic, so I'd like to think Craig Gordon can welcome him to the club. What about the squad registration here? We need to try and make sure we get these players in. Dean Campbell and Harry Cochrane both under 21, so they're alright. Gary Mackay-Stevens, we need to bring you in. How many other players? We've got another 3 that we can register, so is that everybody? I think it is. I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah, there you go. So Harry Stone's under 21 as well, so that's alright. They're already registered. Question from Faith McGregor. How seriously is your transfer budget being depleted by the sort of deals you made this transfer window? Run out of money? Yeah, we'll respond. I don't wish to club. Well, we're responding by not responding, you know what I mean? It's a bit weird, that one, but hey, we've done it. Yeah, we've got Gary Mackay-Stevens, and I'm happy with the bit of business that we've done in this transfer window, but can we see maybe how the other teams are doing in the Scottish League? Wait, what was that? Big news. Arsenal's Maitland-Niles moves to Celtic for 12 million. 12 million, Maitland-Niles. That's a big deal. And Celtic, I guess, bringing him in to replace Jeremy Frimpong, who they have sold to, who is that? To Sofia. So that's a big deal. Let's look at some of the transfers today. Celtic have also brought in Jayden Ferguson-Williams. Must be special if he's got 3 names. He came in from the Air Reserves. Aberdeen have signed some guy called Josh Ruffles. No idea. Nicky Clark's left Dundee United. Not a lot of signings, but that's a big one. Maitland-Niles to Celtic. I mean, they sold Frimpong at 7 o'clock, and then they brought Maitland-Niles in 45 minutes later. They must have been desperate there, I guess, to get a good player in over the line. Sofia's Frimpong. No, I mean, I don't. Yeah, Jeremy's destined to succeed, and it makes our job easier. When we do play Celtic next, we won't have to come up against Frimpong, so I've got no complaints about that. If Frimpong's been sold, then that's all good for me. Looks like there's an hour and a half left of the transfer window. I can't see any more deals being made. It looks like we got the Gary Mackay-Stevens deal is going to be our last deal. Transfer window roundup, and that is it over, guys. Celtic have also sold this guy, Billy Omrani. I don't know who he is, but I've no idea who he is, but he's been sold anyway. Transfer deadline day. Can we see if there's any more deals? I don't think there was. The English Premiership, top Sofia Munier. Okay, so there's all the top deals that went through on the last day, and I don't know who this guy is, Sanchez, but he went to Bayern Munich for 43 million. It doesn't matter who these guys are. We don't have the kind of money to be trying to sign these people anyway, so it's pretty much irrelevant. The transfer deadline day is passed. Transfer roundup clubs for Scotland. Aberdeen were the most active, and they need to be because they're having a terrible season, so they definitely need to get active for sure. Let's confirm the squad selection. Gary Mackay-Stevens is in. Monthly financial update. It's another big loss this month. £754,000 down the drain, and oh man, we are losing money. Look at that. It's a big steep decline. We don't like to see it, but what can we do? What can we do? We need to stop losing money. That's what we need to do. You managed to bring in Gary Mackay-Stevens on transfer deadline day. Were you tempted to get one or more or two in before the deadline? We tried. Of course, it's tempting, but we've got to be happy that Gary's joined the club. Yes, we do have to be happy that Gary has joined the club. It's a massive signing, I think, for Hearts. And let's see what else we've got here then. There's team advice for Celtic. Celtic match expected at Tynecastle for the Celtic game. Paul Hartley has been singing Stephen Kingsley's praises, which is good. Lafine thinks a Jetty's a threat. I mean, I think Lafine's a threat. Just keep Lafine away from me. The guy's useless. And let's have a look at the squad depth then. And see whereabouts these players are going to fit in. Right, where do we find it? Dynamics, tactics, team report, squad depth. Here we go. So Gary Mackay-Stevens then, I guess, is he a bit... Let me see here, overview. It says that he should be out in the right. He apparently is our best winger. But if you use the squad depth in the attacking midfield right role, that he apparently is below Kel McAllister and Jordi Halua, so that's interesting. And Kel McAllister is out for over a month anyway, so we did need to bring in someone, I guess, for that position. But Kel McAllister can play across the front three, so he can definitely he's still going to be used, still going to be a big part of the team. And who knows? There's no guarantee Mackay-Stevens will come in and take McAllister's place. It's all speculation at this stage. We don't know. We don't really know. It depends how good Mackay-Stevens is when he gets up and running. But anyway, guys, that is it for this episode. We'll be back next time to take on Celtic. Looking forward to it. We've picked up 2 wins in a row at home, albeit against struggling Aberdeen and Hibs, but Celtic certainly aren't struggling. They're top of the league, flying away with the title. It looks like, again, looking to make it 7 in a row, and we'll need to be at our best if we are going to try and stop them. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching, and until next... 3 players in the team of the week. Happy days. And until next time, peace.